Don't toss it, you can fix it. This is the Ego string trimmer, and in this video we're going to cover the 5 most common issues that people have reported of dealing with their Ego Powerload string trimmer. I'm Eddie Field with Field Guide to DIY. Let's dive in. Number 5 is arm fatigue. So you probably have the handle in the wrong position. So I would suggest you adjust the handle and try it in there. See if that's any better. If that still doesn't solve the problem, you may want to move it south of the coupling. In that case, you may have more lower back fatigue. They also make aftermarket harnesses that go over your shoulder and fit for any string trimmer. This way it's perfectly balanced and you're just controlling the trigger as well as the direction of the trimmer. So number 4 is decreased battery life. That is, it doesn't have the charge that it used to. What I would recommend is completely drain it all the way down so that it doesn't get any revolution at all. And then put it in the charger. You may see it start to discharge first, and that's the technology trying to get it a full charge, restore it back to its original state. Also, if you have access to one, try the battery in a different Ego product or try a different Ego battery in your string trimmer. Now there's a system check that the technology of the charger goes through and wants to see the state of your battery. So pop it in the charger and it'll run through the cycle to evaluate, and it will actually indicate if the battery is kaput or if it's still good. Flashing green and cycling through the color changes tells me this battery is still good and it's taking a charge. Now I ain't lying, I'm not trying to string you along here. Number 3 is the motor head is not spinning as easily as it once did. If you've been cutting in some tall grass, you may have had a winding of the grass down in the axle of the motor head. So take a moment and clean that out, because the more that tall grass wraps around there, the more strain that's going to be on that motor and eventually it'll burn out. So carefully inspect and see if you have some strands of grass that you could pull out, or maybe even some line that has gotten wound up around that spindle that the motor turns. This is the Ego string trimmer with power load feature. This is one of the easiest string trimmers on the market to reload. And anybody who's ever used the string trimmer is going to tell you reloading is the big issue with string trimmers. Ego made it so easy with the power load feature, but it still has issues. So number 2 is the line is just not being taken up even when you press the power load button. That means you missed the channel. So try it again, pull it completely out. I had to do this 4 times before I hit the channel. You may want to twist the line also to make sure it twists and angles its way through the channel. You may want to get something long and pointy that you can thread through there to make sure it's clear. Cut off a piece of an old wire hanger and make sure there's no debris in there. Because over time you're going to get blades of grass is going to be in that channel, and that's going to prevent it from feeding properly. And number 1 is, what if you press the power load button, it doesn't have the same oomph that it used to have? The first thing that I would check is, again, make sure that there's no strands of grass that have worked their way in there that are wrapped around there, or maybe even some old line. So take the line completely off and make sure that that's going to spin freely. Carefully now, with your face clear out of the way, press the button and make sure you have that action spinning. If it spins freely, you've addressed the problem. Put the head back on carefully. Make sure you have proper alignment, because if it's on there crooked, it's going to prevent it from winding properly. That snap, that snap. Now we're going to thread through the line. So we made sure the cap is in proper alignment. We've threaded through the line. We've made sure that there's no line twisted around. We've made sure that the power load spindle is spinning freely. Now we're going to try it again. And it's taking the line up as normal. If this is not the case, it may be time to get that power load serviced, looked at by a professional, or just go back to the store, or to contact Ego about a replacement and warranty information. So there you have it. To see more information about the Ego string trimmer or other string trimmers, click the image on your screen now. Oh, be sure to click like and subscribe if this has been helpful in the least. I'll see you in the next video.